When you're talking about losing brothers on the battlefield, so to speak, though, I assume you're talking about the projects that involved you actually being in a war zone. You're not talking about like when you did some sort of undercover work in Europe where some guy had to go. Am
No,
I
yeah,
correct?
I'm talking about like Afghanistan.
Right.
Yeah,
So
stuff.
because my question was going to be like, well, what even happens when the unthinkable happens and one of your guys dies and you're diplomatically no immunity, like you're not even supposed to exist. Like, do you even get their body off?
So
You know what I
that is
mean?
classified, and they have processes in place
Okay.
for
All
that.
right. Well, we'll leave
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
there. Yeah.
They're gonna get you home, but the way that's all done is it's done so that it maintains your covert nature. You know what I mean? So it's yeah, they have processes in place to take care of that, and sadly they've had to use it. But and understand, dude, a lot of times guys that got killed or hurt really bad, I wasn't even there. Like I heard, oh, so and so got killed. Oh, Jesus.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even there. I just heard about it. Yeah, I've been on a couple of missions where guys got hurt really bad, killed. Yeah. And even, dude, this is going to sound really weird, but like when you start working with like, foreign nationals and, Afghan assets, even when one of those guys get killed, it's heartbreaking.
Of course.
Like we found a guy, we had a compound and we found one of our Afghan guys. He was dead. He got shot in the ass, but the round came out and clipped his femoral artery.
Oh.
And we found him with trying to put his tourniquet on.
Oh.
And he couldn't quite get it on. Dude, it's heartbreaking because if he could have got his tourniquet on,
He's alive.
yeah, we could have got him out of there,
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, like shit like that. Like I remember that. Like I could close my eyes right now and see that dude. Like I could see him laying there. Um, you know,
You always take it with you.
Fuck yeah,
no matter
man.
what.
It's just it's just like people talk about, how many people have you shot? And it's like, dude, in my, I don't know, not a lot. I'm not like, I didn't keep score, like putting notches on my carbine, but that's what the job was. You're going to end up engaging people sooner or later, you're going to end up pulling the trigger on someone.
Well, on that note, I mean, this is really the first time where this feels appropriate to go there today. But when I talk with guys like you, my focus, and I kind of said this earlier in another context, but my focus is on the respect for the job and not just asking what's it like to such and such, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like guys just want to know, like, oh, I was like
I
fanboy
gotcha.
with shit like that. But one of the things you did say to me right before we went on camera, and you gave no details, is you said you do not mind being asked about your first time killing. And I'm not sure that I've ever asked that on camera to someone, but you're talking about it right now when you talk about pulling the trigger and stuff. And again, as we've laid out today, you're a guy that before you went into ground branch, you weren't in combat.
Zero.
You were doing nothing. And so now you're right there, licensed to kill. Without going into the classified details of obviously what it was, take me there and what that was like and what happened.
And one of the reasons, Julian, I said that to you is, and it's not a disrespect thing. A lot of people are just curious,
Yeah.
what was it like? What were you feeling? And so I think it's just a curiosity. It's a question I would ask
Sure.
someone if I felt comfortable asking somebody that was in my situation. I'd ask them because it's something that it's a curiosity to people because it's not a normal thing to do. It's just not. But yeah, I was in Afghanistan and we were hitting this compound. And so early on, we were explosive breaching everything. And that kind of went away to doing a very surreptitious stuff, putting ladders on the walls, padded ladders, going over the walls, getting up security. And so I was always on the assault force, and I just wanted to be on the ladder team one time. Why? Because I wanted to do it. Because I'd never done it. And so I'm going to do it, right? So we had 2 ladders up, and I got up on the wall, and the assault team was going to be coming behind me, and they were going to be breaching, I don't know, maybe 60 feet down on this wall. They were going to go through the door. It was a steel door. And I got up on the wall, and I was looking in the compound just for any kind of movement. And I just happened to look down, and there was a dude sleeping on a cot, like right there,
Asleep.
dead asleep. And it kind of took me off. I was like, what the fuck? And I looked, and right next to him was an AK. On the ground, he was on a cot. The AK was on the ground next to him. This is stuff you don't read. And, okay, this is what you're going to do when somebody's sleeping. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no one ever talked to me about this. Right. So this is where you need to make a decision very quickly. Out of my periphery, I see the assault team coming behind me. I knew they were getting ready to breach. Here's a dude right here, perfect line of sight down the wall, no-brainer shot. Even if he skipped rounds off the wall, he's going to hit somebody. What do you do? What do you do?
Take him out.
Do you fucking wake him up? Excuse me. You know, no, seriously. Like, you know, like, what do you do? And so, very quickly, I came to the conclusion that the minute these guys breach and they get in, this guy's going to wake up, he's going to grab his gun, and he's going to start throwing rounds down the wall. Yeah. He's going to hit somebody. It's a foregone conclusion. What am I going to do? Wake him up? Hey, buddy, wake up so I can shoot you. So I shot him in his sleep. And I remember... what was really crazy is that I remember seeing the rounds impact underneath his cot. Like, so I could see the dirt go, like, I know it sounds really odd, but like, that's what I vividly remember seeing is the rounds kicking up dirt underneath his cot. And,
what did that feel like?
The first thing I thought was, I just saved somebody's life. I know it sounds really weird, but I thought, if I don't do this, the risk to my team, to my guys, is unmanageable. Like, I can't let this guy wake up, and he's going to freaking wake up. It's a no-brainer. He's got a gun. If I wouldn't have seen the gun... I don't know what I would have done, to be quite honest with you. But I can tell you this, my focus would have been on him for sure. And if he would have gone for a gun, I would have shot him. But, you know, that's one of those moments where you're like, should I stay? Should I go? Like, right. You know what I mean? There's no book answer for that, but there was a weapon. It was within arm's reach. He was in my view, he was an immediate threat to our assault force. All he had to do is wake up, even like closing his eyes and just full auto, he's going to hit somebody. So I neutralized the threat, and that was it.
Do you know how long it took to make that calculation from first sight to doing it?
I would say 5 seconds.
Quick.
7 seconds, something like that. Yeah, I looked down and went, oh shit. Like, it was like one of those oh shit moments, right? I saw him, saw the gun, heard the team. I'm like, oh fuck.
Go.
Yeah, that was it, dude. You don't really... Hesitation's not a good thing, you know? And I'll be honest, I had an issue with that for a while. Like, you know, I didn't expect, like, my first time, so just shooting a dude in his sleep. Like,
yeah, I've never heard that one before.
You know what I mean? Like, it just never... I thought it'd be like some gun battle and some dude's going to run out. You know, that's what I was envisioning. And it wasn't. And, you know, kind of similar to... who was a SEAL sniper that got killed?
Chris Kyle?
Chris Kyle. And correct me if I'm wrong on this. I believe Chris's first kill was a woman or a kid or something like that. It was like,
I don't remember.
Yeah, or at least on the movie it was. So, and I hear another, like, that would be difficult because that's probably not what he expected as a SEAL sniper to have to do.
Right.
But he did it. You know, he was a highly professional guy. But yeah, man, like, it was just, I had a real issue with it. I had to talk to a couple guys about it. And like, did I make the right call? Fuck yeah, you made the right, like, it wasn't even like, well, you know, you could have waited till he woke up. No.
He's got an AK right next to him.
Yeah. Every single guy, especially a couple of the dudes I was I held in high esteem, and were like mentors to me. They're like, Joe, no, you did the right thing, dude. You're good to go.
Right.
Like, doesn't sound like a big deal, but it was a big freaking deal, dude.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. Like that first one, again, I'm just speaking from my personal experiences. You know, again, I'm not the most experienced guy in the world, but that was like, you know, it's the first time you've actually taken somebody's life.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.